We're joined by Sky sponsors. Adam Swift, how are you?
I'm very good, very excited about being in Sheffield. I love Sheffield. It's a great place. We've had terrific memories. My big buddy Johnny Nelson, of course, from this part of the world, you know, back in the days with Prince Nassim Hamed and Ryan Rhodes and all those great fighters that came through Winkerbank. And I remember the young man, he's not so young anymore, behind, well, I think he was about 10 and a half or something, and he was doing his walking on the hands in Brendan's gym, and so we've known him for a long time. We love this place. Yeah, look forward to seeing what could be the final chapter in Kell Brook's career. He's had a great career. It's now up to him to see whether he can deliver a wonderful statement on Saturday night and force another world title shot, or whether Father Time will catch up with him like sometimes it does with fighters. So it's a big night for Kell on Saturday.
What did you make of Kell Brook at the public workout? I mean, he looked sharp. He didn't look like age was catching up with him. He looked like a man that still had a lot more to give to 147 or 154.
There's two ways of looking at it. Anyone can look good on the pads, sharp, speed, whatever. It's when you get in the ring that really you can find out. So we'll know much more on Saturday night. I like the look of him. I like the fact he's gone back to Dominic Ingle. You know, 40 months is a long time out, and he'll tell you that he really, really performed badly against Rafa. Was that just, you know, trying to get down in weight? Now he's super welterweight. I think that's the best weight for him. He's an elite fighter. He should deal with Luca on Saturday night, but 14 months is a long time. He's had a hard career. Let's wait and see. But I like the look of Kell, and if looks ready to go by at the public workout, he'll be good on Saturday. But we never know until they get in the ring. It's very different in there.
Kell's mentioned that he's got to win in spectacular fashion on Saturday night. I mean, if he doesn't, does that still mean that he still needs to hang up the old boots?
He told me he wanted to win in spectacular fashion against Rafa, and he didn't manage that. Maybe he tried too hard. He's got to listen to Dominic Ingle. He's got to get the win. That's the most important thing. But he's got to get an impressive win. I agree with you. It doesn't have to be a two-round knockout job, but it's got to be impressive. With DeLuca, we've seen before. He's tough. He's hard. You know, if Kell's not at his best, he can be a problem. He can be a nuisance. You know, he's come. What an opportunity he's got. He's never fought anywhere near the class of Kell Brook, but it's a brilliant opportunity. You know, he's a dangerous fight for Kell Brook if Kell Brook's not at his very best. So yeah, we'll find out much more on Saturday, and we can't wait.
Where would you place Kell Brook amongst the champions at 147 and 154? I mean, how does he sort of measure up to the likes of Charlo? Yeah. How does he measure up to Crawford at 147? I mean, what do you make of that?
My personal opinion is he shouldn't fight at 147. I think I didn't think he should against Errol Spence, and that was a while ago. I made no secret of the fact that when he fought Golovkin, he shouldn't come back down to 10 stone 7. He wanted to defend his title. That's Kell Brook's, you know, champion heart, his quality. You know, very dangerous fight against Spence, and he was in it until, you know, late on in that fight. But I think 1454. I think super welterweight is the right weight for Kell Brook now. I think he's taken too long making that decision, but now he has. Let's hope it's not too late. I think that's the right fight. The division is changing a lot. You know, there's a lot of new names in there, but Jamel Charlo is still probably the #1, and you know, those fights are good for Kell Brook, but he's got to come through Saturday. If he doesn't win on Saturday, it's pretty much over.
On another note, just to conclude, I know the press conference is about to start. George Groves has mentioned the fact that the YouTube fights are just simply horrible. Now, I'm trying to evolve. I think a lot of us from the older generation are trying to evolve. I mean, what do you make of those comments?
I love George because he says what he believes, you know, and that's why we use him on Sky, and that's why he's always been a great character for this business. Yeah, look, a lot of people in the trade hate the YouTube fights, so I understand that. My kids don't. My kids can't get enough of them. So there is a market for them. It wasn't great the other night, was it? But the one before with KSI and Logan Paul was probably the best fight of the night, and it's at its level. Let's take it at its level. Let's take it down to what it really is. But it was a competitive fight, and to be honest, I wanted it to go on because I didn't know who won, KSI or Logan Paul. And it was great fun working with the YouTubers. So I'm trying to embrace the change. You know, like you, I'm the slightly older generation who is a boxing fan first and foremost, and I understand why people don't like it and why fighters that fight for area titles and British titles are probably really annoyed that they're topping bills and making a lot of money. But that's the world we live in. That's the demand. And if the kids want to see it, we've got to deliver it. So there is a place, but I agree with George. Sometimes it's pretty horrible.
Adam, it's been a pleasure. I would like to thank you once more for giving your time to Pep Talk. Thank you. Subscribe. Thank you.
No worries. Cheers.